Welcome to the Today's Leader podcast. Building tomorrow's best leaders, today.
Way to go, guys. Way to go. Keep it going. Good job, guys. All right, Paul, I see you. All right, John, let's finish. Show us, Coach Cole.
Great job, guys.
Hey there, it's Coach Cole here, and welcome to Monday Mentoring on the Today's Leader podcast, Building Tomorrow's Best Leaders today. Now, last week I was reflecting on two simple concepts, and it was after a discussion with the leader that I was interviewing for the podcast. And the two simple concepts was have to and want to. So, have to and want to. As a leadership coach, I want to support the development of leaders to help them become the leaders that people want to follow. So part of my aim is to obviously build tomorrow's best leaders today. And to do that, we need to create leaders that people want to follow. They choose to follow them. And maybe it's because they're the role model for what leadership should be within their organization. It could be because of their ethics, their respect, their track record. There could be a number of reasons why people want to follow a leader. But my role as a coach is to help those leaders become the leader that people want to follow. But the reality is that very few leaders actually take that step. They actually take that step, and it's a step. It's not a leap. It's a step, and it's an intentional step in the journey. Most leaders don't take it, however, because most leaders are content with the fact that people have to follow them. They could be the boss. They might have the title. They might have status, but most leaders are content with the fact that people have to follow them. They might be the owner of the business, for example. People are content with the fact that people have to follow them. But seriously, this is the hardest level of leadership. It really is the hardest level of leadership. And there is a vast difference between the performance outcomes when people are part of a team that want to be led by you, and people are part of a team that have to be led by you. There's a huge difference. So the world of where people have to follow you is the world of minimum standards, and people are doing just enough to get by. And it's often hamstrung by an absolute lack of desire within the team when people have to follow the leader. So as a leader, you want to develop to be a leader that people want to follow. Your team is so much more effective when they follow you because they want to and not simply because they have to. Yet, and this is where this contradiction between have to and want to sort of kicks in. When it comes to ourselves, it's often the absolute reverse. When it comes to ourselves, it's often the reverse. So to be successful, we have to push ourselves to do the things that we have to do, that we need to do the things that others aren't prepared to do. Because as a leader, if we're only choosing to do what we want to do, we're going to take soft options, easy options. So if we are only doing the things that we want to do, it's unlikely that we'll ever succeed to the level that we should, And I always talk about this fact around potential. We never really understand truly what potential is until we actually get close to achieving it. And usually that success is so much more when we push ourselves to do the things that we know we should be doing as leaders to become the leader that people want to follow. So if you want to if you want to become a leader that others want to follow, you need to have things like self-discipline. You need to have commitment. You need to have focus. And we need to be intentional in doing the things that maybe other leaders aren't going to be doing. You know, that intentional building rapport within our teams is a classic one, where we actually take the time to get to know our people, what makes them tick, and not just have a, well, I'm the boss mentality. So there is a huge contradiction here between want to and have to be, but to become the leader that others want to follow, you need to be doing the things that create that leadership landscape for you. So you need to become the leader that others want to follow. You need to be doing the things that make you become that leader. Hey, I hope you've taken something away from Monday Mentoring today. Thanks for tuning in. Coach Curl here. I will see you all again next week. Bye for now.